Ladies and gentlemen, geeks and nerds, welcome back to another episode of Road to HermitCraft. And yet we have survived. The convicts have been banished. But I started a new project today, back to normal. Here's a clue. We're over in a swamp. And here we have a witch hut with a witch inside. But not only one witch hut. But over here somewhere, I think, I scouted out earlier. Here we go. Here's another one. We have two witch huts. And if we stand roughly in the middle, where this lava is, roughly here, we should be close enough to both of them. Can you see them both? The other one's behind the tree. Anyway, yeah, one over there somewhere, and the other one is right there. And yeah, we can stand in a position in the middle where we can get spawns from both at the same time. So, that is what this episode is all going to be about. I've got a design in mind for what I want to do, so I want to get cracking because there is quite a lot of work to do, clearing out all this area, building the farms up, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, but first of all, thanks to everyone that watched last episode and left lots of comments and suggestions and stuff like that. That was a really fun episode to make, bit of fun just for April Fools. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and stuff. So yeah, let's get back on with this. We've still got the cake in the end to deal with. We'll tidy that up next time we're over in the end, I guess. But today, yeah, we need to get these witch farms going because we need redstone. For the last few episodes, I've been running out of redstone and we need some. So I guess the first thing is to clear this land as quickly as possible. Alright, let's get started. Right, we have been doing the grind, and here is witch hut number 1, surrounded by a whole bunch of water because we've cleared away all of this land right here, which is pretty cool stuff. And now we can also see witch hut number 2, which is right there. So I've cleared away all the trees as well, just to make it easier for us to see what we're doing and what we've got to do left, what's left to do. So yeah, and this is going to be the Afk Spot, because here, if I stand here, both of these witch huts are within 128 blocks in a sphere from us, and the sphere if this is the center of the sphere where I'm standing, this Afk Spot just goes around the outside of that witch hut and just goes around the outside of that witch hut, so they're both just about inside. And we do that because we want to limit how much space we have to clear up here on the ground level, and also limit the amount of caves underneath we need to light up. So what I've done is to work that out where this should be. I would like to say I've done a bunch of clever maths, but I've done an easier way, I think. So I've gone into a creative world and I created a sphere using world edit that had a radius of 128 blocks. I then turned that into a schematic and I've loaded it into this world. So if I show it, here it is. So this is the spawn-in sphere. If this block is the center, if I'm standing on the center of the sphere, and you'll see that this sphere just goes around the outside of that witch hut right there, all the way around here, and around that witch hut right there. And that means all of this stuff inside all has to go, so we can flood all of this with water. So that means that no mobs will spawn over here. We'll also light up any caves that are underneath as well. So that means the only spawnable spaces will be in this witch hut, which is going to be where our farm is, and also this one over here. And that should maximize the spawnage of the witches. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So if you just have a fly around here, we could just have a look at how this is looking. So I've cleared away all of this stuff, and you'll see I've done it so we've got a bit of space there. And what I did was I just loaded this schematic into this world and kind of did some jiggery pokery, moved it around until it was the right height, and also kind of went around the witch huts with enough space. I've added a little bit of gap just for a bit of leeway. Alright, made a bit more progress as you can see, and I tried using TNT, but I think TNT is a bit too messy. It actually blew up more than I needed, and it made it hard to deal with water over that side. So yeah, just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with tools. So I've set down a beacon because we've got quite a bit of stone to get rid of, and I'm sure there'll be some more around here. So yeah, let me just crack on and try and clear this thing up. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Check this out. Yep, we've got rid of all the land. Oh geez, oh, my hand actually hurts from that digging. Yeah, so we got rid of all the land, which is good stuff all the way around here. Some of this stuff, so there's a little bit of elevated land there because there was some water on top and it kind of cascaded down, so I just left that as it was. And also over here, this bit of this hill is inside our spawning sphere, so I've just covered that in water rather than dig it all out. In hindsight, maybe I could have done more of that over here, but yeah, it was alright. I think it looks better like this. And yeah, it's night time, and if we sort of look around the edges here, we shouldn't see any spawns because all of that land should be out of range. And having a quick scan round, there aren't any mobs, so that is good news. I think we've probably got this this boundary correct, this perimeter all done, so that's good. So the next job is to go through all the caves that are underneath and light them up, because although there's no mobs up here, they're all down there now. So that's the next job. So let's go and do that, and then once that's done, we can then get to work on these farms. Alright, I have done some work caving. I think I've lit up all of the caves underneath, or pretty much all of them, but we'll have to wait and see what the rates are like. And I've made a start on the first witch farm, which is over here. So let's go and check this thing out. If we fly down here, yeah, I've taken down the witch hut itself, and I've made a start on the spawning platforms. These things right here. So we've got 3 spawning platforms right here, and this is going to be a modified design from Ilmango. So he's got a design for a mob farm, so you could build this much bigger than this and use it as just a general mob farm. But what I've done here is just scaled it right down to fit inside the bounding box of a witch hut, and we're going to have a different way to kill them. We're not going to drop them to the floor and kill them by full damage. We're going to kill them in a different way, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, the link will be in the description if you want to see how this thing works. But the basic idea is the witches will spawn on these 3 platforms, and because soul sand is slightly shorter, what happens is these pistons at either end will move these platforms left and right, and as that happens, the witches will glitch through and they'll fall through and land underneath where we're going to kill them. So yeah, we'll get onto that later. And I just wanted to show you, so I took the witch hut down, but if you remember, we used a mod recently to show us the bounding box of villages. Now that also shows us the bounding box of a witch hut. So if you're interested, that is the bounding box of the witch hut. So this just confirms we've got it in the right place. You can use the witch hut to line yourself up anyway. So, but yeah, so they can spawn on here and on here and on here. Alright, so let me build up the next part of it and I'll show you it in action. Alright, I'm back over at the Afk Spot, and I just wanted to give this a quick test. I've done a little bit more work, so I'll show you that in a second, but I just wanted to give this a bit more of a test and just see what kind of mobs are spawning. So I thought I'd come up here and see if any witches spawn, and I noticed in my F3 screen the entities are at about 35, 36, down to 31, there you go. And I was a bit worried about that. I said, well, where are these mobs coming from? Where are they spawning? And of course I fly down here. Look at all these mobs down here, chilling. Jeez, I need to light this up a bit more. Look, but there's witches here, which is good news. There's a bunch of other mobs around it. I had to drain out some of the space there because we need that for the build. We had to drain some of the water out, add some sponges. But look at that, witches, which is good news. Looks like that's going well. Right, so I need to sleep, light up that area, and then I'll show you. Well, luckily there's water there. Yeah, let me sleep, get rid of these mobs, and let me show you what we've got so far. Look at this mob party. Jeez, jeez. I think that means... Wow. Uh-oh. That was not a good idea, was it? I think this means we've lit up the area quite well. Alright, I've cleaned the place up. Repaired a couple of creeper holes that were there. Not too much damage, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, that was probably a bad idea in hindsight. Alright, anyway. Yeah, let me show you what we got. So, yeah. Just added a bit of a... Well, I've cleaned out this water from here first. So I just added this dirt wall for the time being and used some sponges to empty it out. And I've added some stuff around here. So we've got some observers on top of the pistons that were there. Just underneath here is the pistons. So when these observers fire, it's going to chain that all the way across, which will fire all of the pistons across. And this observer gets triggered by this rail that will get triggered over this side, which we'll come on to later. Well, and yeah, so the bottom floor's done. We've also got these trapdoors here. Well, geez, stay on the block. Yeah, we've also got these trapdoors here, and they are there to keep the witches in place. So when the floor moves that way, the witches stay here, and that allows them to glitch through. So once we've done this for the other two floors, and we'll install the clock. So the floors pulse probably every 10 seconds. Any witches that are spawned on the platforms will gather underneath here, and that is where we are going to kill them and get their drops, but we'll come to that later. Alright, I think I'm just going to finish this up and show you it in action. Alright, I've installed the clock, and there you can see all three floors shifting. Oh yeah. So yeah, this clock lasts about 10 seconds, and this observer goes across, activates all these rails, and then the top observers see it, shift the floor, and then on this side got some observers that kind of notice that and propagate that down to the other floors. So yeah, this is pretty much working. All we need to do now is add the roof on the top so there's no light, so witches can spawn during the daytime. And then once we've done that, in this area down here we're going to add the killing mechanism. Alright, so yeah, just wanted to show you some progress, show you where we're up to. So almost there, just the last couple of bits to do. So let me add the roof and the killing mechanism, and then we can start killing some witches. Okay, farm number 1 is done. The roof is on, the killing mechanism is in, and I've just left it running for a little bit just to gather up some witches. I've turned off the killing mechanism just to get them all grouped up so we can see. So let's jump in here, and hopefully down the bottom we should have... Ah, look at that! We've got a whole bunch of witches. Hey ladies, how are you? Alright, yeah, awesome. So yeah, so the floors are going across, and yeah, witches are falling through. That is good stuff. Oh geez, let me just turn down all this cackling. Jeez. Okay, that's better. Jeez. Alright, so the killing mechanism. Let me talk about that. So what we could do is, shall I just show you first and then tell you what it is? I mean, you'll guess what it is when it happens, but I'll explain why. So we need a bit more redstone over here. Now let's jump down here and watch any second. Oh, here we go. Kaboom! You're dead, witches. Yeah, we've got some hoppers down there that collects all the stuff. and I left it running for about 5 minutes, and we got this stuff already. Obviously we've got this stuff coming through. So yeah, TNT, that is the answer, and I'll explain why. So first of all, before I explain why, this is going to break in 1.13 because TNT duping doesn't work, but we'll either think of another way to do it, or we'll have some TNT dispensers, that kind of thing. So yeah, not worried about that just yet. So the reason for TNT. So first of all, there are a few ways to kill mobs normally. You can either do it through fall damage, or you can kill them with lava, or you can suffocate them inside the blocks. Now the problem with witches are, if you try and use lava, they use a fire resistance potion to heal themselves. If you try and suffocate them, they've got a healing potion, so they heal themselves from that, and it takes ages to do that. The other thing is we could have a big drop, which is how most of them work. The problem with that is it would mean it would affect our AFK position, because if we're too far away, the witches would fall, and before they reach the ground, they would despawn. So we need to make sure we're in range of that. So what I wanted to do here was try and get our spawning sphere as high as possible, and to do that, we need a killing mechanism that doesn't require us to dig too far down. And that's the idea. That's it. That's my idea, is to add a TNT dispenser and blow these witches up. Alright, so that is that. So the plan for the rest of the episode is to build this up on the second witch hut over there, which we haven't done yet. And then what I'd like to do, if I've got time, is to have some item streams that take all of these items all the way across there, and a big elevator all the way up to the spawning dots, the AFK spot up there, and also have a nice room up there for storage, so we can just come through the portal, grab the stuff we need, or AFK all in one place, and we wouldn't have to leave there at all. Just yeah, come through the portal, and that's that. So yeah, I'm going to leave this running and see how much stuff we can collect, because we need some redstone. But yeah, pretty successful, pretty happy with that. So let's get building with the nether one. Okay, so we have 2 witch farms done. This is the first one. I've kind of decorated it up a little bit. Yeah, pretty basic. The walls don't really work, I don't think. So yeah, probably going to play around with this and make this look a little bit nicer. We won't be here that often, but yeah, we'd like it to look kind of nice. So I'll do that in a bit. But yeah, we've got a whole bunch of witches in here, which is good stuff. And the second witch farm, which is just over there, you can't quite see it, that is all done as well. And I have been busy. While you were watching that time lapse, I created some water streams. So I've redirected the hoppers to an item elevator that comes up here, and then a whole bunch of water streams that take us all the way back over there to the bottom of our AFK spot. And then we're going to build an elevator that goes all the way up, and then some storage on top. So that's that. Let's have a look at that working. And then the next thing to do is to have, turn it on, see you later witches. Oh, goodbye. There they go, all the way through. Oh, let's watch them explode. There's a TNT. Oh yeah, I blow it up. All right, wicked, wicked, wicked. Right, so what was I saying? Yes, so the other thing we need to do is we need to add There's the items. We need to add an on-off switch back at the Afk Spot because I don't want to sort of fly down to each one and turn it on. And also I'm not sure how the TNT dupers will handle if they're unloaded. So I'm not sure if I go to this one, turn it on, then go to that one, whether this one is then too far away and it gets unloaded, and whether the TNT dupers will break or something like that. So yeah, so I think what I want is an on-off switch, just one on-off switch up here, which we can just flip, just a lever, and that will then turn on both farms, and likewise obviously we can turn it off, which would be awesome. Check all this stuff out. Look at this. Brilliant. Oh yeah, one last thing before I get onto that. This farm had a problem. There is a bug in Minecraft where sometimes if the witch hut spawns at a height that's not kind of normal, so in this case this one spawned 1 block higher, its bounding box isn't correct. So what happened here is I built this farm up, as you saw in the time lapse, but on the top floor there were just normal mobs, skeletons, zombies, creepers, all sorts. Luckily I didn't turn it on, and then I was panicking whether I built it in the wrong place. But turns out, yeah, there is a bug in Minecraft, and that can sometimes happen. But the fix, there is a fix. I found it on Reddit, so I'll put that in the description in case you come across it too. You have to edit your world files in an NBT editor, and you have to change some values. I won't go into the detail. You can read all about it in the Reddit post. So yeah, had to fix that, and that's all working. So then we get witches on the top floor as well as the other floors as well. So that set me back a little bit. I was a little bit worried about that. But yeah, all right. Enough jabbering on. Let's just build this elevator up to the top and also the on and off switch. And then we are done. All right. So, you know how I just said I'm not sure what will happen if we unload the TNT duper? Yeah, I went over there to talk about that witch farm. Left this one running, and I come back to this. Okay, time to fix it up. Okay, all good, all repaired. Yeah, that was a mistake, wasn't it? I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, yeah, all fixed up. Took a little bit of extra time, but yeah, all good, all good. And also you can see I've added the redstone line all the way to that witch hut, all the way to its on and off switch, and same for this one over here. Well, same for this one over here, all the way over, no problem. And I've got this lever right here, which is going to power these pistons and sticky pistons, these pistons, slime blocks and redstone blocks all the way down to the bottom. So it connects to the redstone line and turns it on. So that is the on-off switch for both farms. And also the water streams now link up to this item elevator that goes all the way up here and just into this temporary chest for the time being. I'm almost out of time, so I would have liked to have got a room up here sorted out with some nice item sorters, things like that. But we'll do that another time. So let's just turn this thing on and you can see some of the stuff working. There you go, the redstone line has all come on and we should start seeing some things coming up. While I wait for that, I had a quick test for 10 minutes, so that is the drops we get from 10 minutes of running these two farms. Not bad, huh? Not bad. So yeah, this is going to help out with our redstone situation for sure. So hopefully in a few seconds we should see some items coming up the item elevator. And here we are, they're coming up. Here are the items from these witches. So yeah, it's all working. I've double checked to make sure we're getting output from both farms, and we are. So yeah, all good, all good. All right, so that's it for today on this part of the project. Yeah, we've got some tidying up to do. We might decorate this in a more geeky kind of fashion. So any ideas you've got for what we can do to turn this into something a bit more in keeping with the theme? I was thinking of maybe something along the Harry Potter line, you know, witches, Hogwarts, something like that maybe. But yeah, not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, let's just get over to the Death Star to finish up the episode. Alright my geeks, that is about it. We managed to make a double witch farm. Oh, and that's the first time I've ever made a witch farm. So yeah, that was pretty cool stuff. And to those of you in Discord that was trying to guess what I was up to, yeah, well done. I can't believe you guessed it so quickly. I'll try not to give you too many clues, but I like to tease you a little bit on what's going on. So yeah, that was fun. So well done for those that guessed that. And we've got a new name to add to the Geek Squad Hall of Fame, and I'm walking backwards in this really cool way. Check this out. And we have Random Geek Guy. You are in the Hall of Fame, my friend. So yeah, Obviously, lots of comments and productive feedback, stuff like that. Very active in Discord, helping out lots of people. And yeah, so thanks very much for all the support and the love. Very much appreciated. So let me know what mob head you would like, and we would get that for you pretty soon. Yeah, we've got a bit of a backlog here. We've got quite a few heads missing. So yeah, probably go out and do some more head hunting at some point soon. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And obviously I'm always looking to improve, so get your comments and feedback in that comment section. Okay, till next time, my geeks, I'll see you later.